So I'm gonna have to ask, and I asked this before, but I gotta ask it again, and I'm gonna ask you this for the first time too, since I'm asking him as well. What kept you away from athletics?
I just never liked sports. I was never into like basketball or football or baseball. They just didn't do anything for me. Wrestling was like the only like sport that I was able to get into, and it's for a lot of things. It's the athleticism. It's the death-defying stunts. It's the fact that it's live. You're doing all this stuff in front of an audience. There's no take two. There's no do-over. You're taking your own bumps. Wrestling's scripted, but you can't fake getting hit and falling to the ground.
I tell people that all the time.
And so the combination of all that stuff, the storytelling, like it all just resonated with me in a way that like sports never could. Even now, like my wife's family is big into football, but I watch football and it's 45 minutes of nobody doing anything, and then 30 seconds of people running into each other, and then somebody blows a whistle, and then 45 minutes of them talking about the 30 seconds they ran into each other, and I'm like, this is fucking boring. Holy shit!
Oh my goodness! Did you just make fun of me just now?
I think he made fun of all.
He just made fun of me because I currently play football, right?
I mean, and more power to you.
Wait,
more power to you.
In a league?
Yeah, I've been doing it for the past 7 years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've actually invited Phil to a few games when we played out here. Sometimes I couldn't get you on the horn sometimes. So the current team that I play for is the Central Valley Heat, which is based out of Manteca, California, right? So that's just a little past Stockton. And I go there every weekend. I was actually just there yesterday. We were doing practice and stuff. The season starts in March. So everybody in California, y'all make sure y'all come and watch these semi-pro games, because if you talk about passion, this isn't even something we get paid to do. We have to actually pay to play. This is basically prostitution with football. No? Nobody?
You guys.
I am not landing these jokes today.
You guys pay to play, right? Yeah.
No, we pay to play.
You pay to play.
You pay to play.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you got to understand, there are no sponsors. There's no TV. There's nothing being done on TV. There's nothing being promoted. There's no other way than to get this to be able to see this without word of mouth when you are at this level. Now, yeah, there are some teams who get those kind of things.
So you guys are basically a sports club.
Yes.
And
yes.
team. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So those are things you have to actually do. When you're playing semi-pro, and so the most exposure that we'll get is when we post it on YouTube. But otherwise, it's mostly family and friends who come to those games.
As a semi-pro. Now, there are pro leagues that are outside of the NFL, but
yes,
but they're a little bit above the semi-pro line, right?
Yes. So you have the USFL, you have the indoor arena football leagues. I don't know if you've ever heard of the San Jose SaberCats.
I've seen the commercials.
Yes. So they did that for a while. They had NFL Europe for a short time back in the early 2000s. I don't know what happened to that, but they had.
The French kept losing, so they decided to disband it.
The French kept. What is this? Why did you?
Got you.
He just hit me with a World War joke. Oh my goodness, my jokes is not landing, but he is killing the game today. See, this is why I'm not a comedian, because I am terrible at this.
No, you're funny. There's somebody funny thing about jokes, right?
I'm gonna have.
There's an audience for every joke, man.
Probably
somebody at home cracking up to everything that you've said so far.
Yeah. So yeah, Phil, I'm gonna need you to actually film me doing a comedy set one of these days. Get some makeshift laughter going in, because I actually have a comedy set that I want to do one of these days.
We know a guy.
We know a couple guys.
Yeah.
A couple guys.
Yeah. So when it comes to athletics, so I have to ask you again. I have to ask you, because we asked Phil, why did you not want to get into athletics?
That's a lot of the same reasons as Phil. I had a basketball hoop in my backyard in Arkansas, and I would shoot it, and I would have friends over. But I much preferred to. I had like a bunch of those play weapons they used to come out with, like the Batman radar gun, or like the proto pack and all that kind of stuff. super soakers, Nerf guns, whatever. I would prefer to just play a pretend game of Power Rangers or G.I. Joe, or play with my action figures with my friends than actually go out and do athletic stuff. Some of that came from the fact that I had cerebral palsy. It's not a condition you just get over.
Right.
And I had I had to go to physical therapy to strengthen one side of my body up, because that was the nature of the disability. And so I associated athletics with, PE, which was like torture for me. Not PE, sorry, with physical therapy, which was like torture to me, because what physical therapy does is it tries to take you to your limit to get you. It's kind of like training, but it's training when you're helping somebody who's coming back from either an injury or a physical disability, where it's like you're teaching that body part, you're training that to go beyond its limit that it's got, and so that it's suitable for day to day. And so for me, I associated that with being pulled out of class and being really embarrassed, and so because of that, sports never really called my name.
Okay.
But when I saw wrestling for the first time, I did think it was real. And I told myself, like, man, if I ever was strong enough or agile enough, like, I would love to do that. That looks like so much. That just looks so cool. And then when I found out it wasn't real, like, even better. Like, now I can do it safely. All right. And then, like, it was so much the acting, the writing, like, and then, like, ironically, though, now that I'm older, my goddaughter, who I have been, helping to raise since she was 2 years old, apple of my eye, she was always into sports.
Right.
I tried to introduce her to wrestling fairly early on. Didn't quite take, right? But she was a Warriors fan. So we would watch games together. I would take her out and play basketball with her when she was really little, because she used to say she wanted to grow up and become a professional basketball player. And she got into flag football. And this year in our district, they've started a flag football league, the girls, and the high school that she goes to, where I also work, they're the first to be undefeated, and they got the trophy for this year. And I'm surprised. I've gone to every game almost that she's ever had, and cheering for her and going out there and coaching her. And I learned about basketball from her. Like, she got a lot of practice from me, has given me a lot of appreciation for those sports that I didn't have before. And so proud of that young lady. Shout out to Amira if she's watching this. I doubt she is.
Okay.
Thank you for watching this clip. Stay tuned for further clips, and if you missed the last one, go check it out. Till then, go check out Backyard Wrestling History, and as a reminder that kindness is always free, and I'm cheap as fuck. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay mad, my hatters.